Hello everybody, this is Max with A1WebsitePro.com, and I'm on the line today with Karen Leaf, our double-click for publisher specialist at A1 Website Pro, and she's the one that does a lot of the double-click for the clients here. And what I wanted to do is I just wanted to ask her a few questions about my website here, MaximusMcCullough.com, and what I could do, because I have my AdSense over here and I have AdSense down here, and then I have Amazon, and I'm on Commission Junction where I can utilize some other ad revenue source. So I want to know how I can monetize my blog a little bit better and possibly have her walk me through the DFP. So Karen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Certainly.
Okay, so here's my website. Can you see it just fine on your screen there?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, what I want to do is I want to take this and optimize my potential for my ads. Like maybe take one of these ads and put it over here on the left sidebar. Maybe put a bigger ad like one of these AdSense ads up here, and maybe put an ad somewhere else, and then include my Amazon ads and maybe some stuff from Commission Junction. What would you recommend that I do?
Well, when you go into DFP, the first thing you're going to do, once you've decided where you want to place your ads on your website, you'll create ad units. Now, there's a spot at the top called Inventory, and you'll want to click that once you go into the DFP.
Okay.
Each one of these ad units represents an ad that's on your site or websites, depending on how many you deal with.
Okay.
You'll want to watch how you name these so that you notice which website it's connected to, what size the ad is, and where it's located on your web page.
Okay, so let's say that I want to put an ad over here on the left-hand side, because I noticed that on the left-hand side it also shows up in my mobile as well as the desktop. So walk me through, creating a spot in my DFP for the left side, will you?
Sure. First we go to Add Inventory, and there's a button at the top that says New Ad Unit. You'll click that.
Okay, I see that.
Now you'll want to put, if sometimes websites and spots and everything get to be really long, so you'll want to limit, like say this particular site is Maximus McCullough.
Yeah.
You may want to put MM or just Max.
Okay, I like MM.
Now the next thing you'll want to do is specify where it's located. You said you wanted to put it on the left sidebar.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll put LSB for left sidebar.
Can I use a hyphen or an underscore here?
Yes, underscores work great.
So left sidebar, just like that, LSB? Okay.
Correct. And then another underscore.
Okay.
And the size of the ad that you're going to put there.
Okay, I'm thinking this 160 by 600 looks like it would fit nice in there. So, I'll put 160 and then the times sign by 600, just like that.
Correct. Now,
okay.
If you're going to put two of them side by side, like what you currently have in your right sidebar, you may want to list them as A and B.
Okay, I think that I'm just going to take one, so I'll just leave this. I'll just leave this like it is then.
Sure.
Okay, now should I give it a description?
This is an optional field, but it does help you if you're going to have a lot of websites and a lot of ads or several. It helps you to understand and keep track better, since it's hard to remember when, let's say you have 6 websites, you're not going to remember all of these little MM, LSB. So if you put in there just a brief description, you can even just put the website name, the location spelled out, and then the size.
Okay,
like
so I put this is located on the left-hand sidebar at MaximusMcCullough.com. Is that good?
Correct. Now there's one other thing. Let's say you have the 160 by 600, but then you want another one lower on the page.
Okay.
Now there's on the top of the website, whenever people go to a website and it shows the website, the actual screen they see at first is called above the fold. So a lot of people, if they want something at the top, will put A, above, T for the, an F for fold.
Like ATF, above the fold, just like
Correct.
that there? Okay. Now, what should I do as far as, should I name this AdSense ad, you know, since it's going to be an AdSense ad?
That doesn't matter at this point. That will all get named in your orders. The orders will explain what ad company it's with.
Okay.
Because you may use this same ad spot for more than one advertiser.
Okay.
So all of those advertisers, DFP will actually choose who bids the highest if you have multiple things available for that particular ad spot.
Okay,
You're
now,
just defining each ad spot on the site right now.
okay, good. Now, as far as size, do I want fixed size or do I want the smart banner? What do I want to do here for my 160 by 600?
Most people keep it at the fixed size because this is not the type of ad that varies in size. It literally will fit in the 160 by 600. They're designed that way.
Okay, so I just go down here and I choose 160 by 600 there.
Yes. The only time you'd have a variable size is like if company will offer you a spot, but it has to be 300 wide, but it might go 250 down, or it might go 600 down.
Okay.
So that would be a variable size.
So if I was going to put another ad in here, I might put 160 by 200, just for example's sake, right?
Yeah, if you were having a variety of ads come in.
Okay. Now, what's this little video, VAS sizes? I notice it's a beta version. What's that for?
That has to do with if you ever go to a website and one of the AdSense spots is playing a video instead of having a static ad, that's what the video is for. A lot of people prefer not to have those because it becomes a little bit chaotic with something playing in the background. Their customers and visitors don't like having to find it on the page to shut it off.
Ah, yes, I do see that from time to time. Okay, now moving right along here, this target window, should I choose top or blank here, and why?
It's better to choose underscore blank because what you want is when people click on the ad, you want it to show in another window so they don't lose your site going to an advertiser.
Okay.
If you leave it on top, then it will come up in the page right where your website is, and if they wanted to go back to your website, they would have to find back in their browser.
So that would kind of increase my bounce rate if I left it on top because they would be leaving my site to go visit the advertiser, and if I have it on blank, it opens in a new window, which keeps them on my site as well, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, under placements here, am I ready for this yet, or what do I do here with placements?
Placements is basically like what you're doing with the ad units. It is a record for your own keeping track.
Okay.
So that you know what website has what spaces available at what time.
Okay.
Most of the clients I've worked with don't use placements because it's a little bit redundant.
Okay, I see. Now, going down here, this AdSense inventory setting, do I hit enable? It's enabled. Do I click show here?
This is fine to just leave the way it is. Normally, most people leave it as enabled. What this means is if an advertiser does not have an ad to go in the space provided at any given time, AdSense will throw an ad in there for you so that you have some ad showing to make money off of.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you have a dedicated advertiser that always wants their ad showing in a specific spot on your website, you will disable the AdSense so that it will not take place of their ad.
Oh, okay. And how would I do that? By clicking override?
Yes, you would click override.
Okay.
And turn that off.
Now,
most people don't have that.
What is this ad labeling rule for ad frequency caps?
That's some people have a limit, like they'll show an ad. One advertiser will say we'll be only paying them to show their ad placement for like 1,000 views or 100,000 views, and so they'll put what's called a cap on it, so that when it shows that many times, it will automatically then show AdSense or whatever. Most people do not have the cap unit even as a necessary thing, so that's usually ignored.
Okay, so am I ready to click save here?
You are.
Okay. All right, now this would be my ad right here then, correct?
That is correct. Now you have created the spot for the ad. And if you were to create an ad tag right now, it would just show your Google AdSense in it. It would just show AdSense in it. If you want to attach another advertiser to it, you would have to create an order for that.
Okay, so should I create another ad unit since I want one of these big ads to show right here? See, I want one of these 160s over here, but then I want a big ad right here. Am I ready to create another ad unit like that?
Yes, you can create a new ad unit for every position where you want to place an ad.
Okay,
and
so
you'll follow the same method that we just did.
So if you walk me through this one more time, I go Maximus McCullough. Now I forgot what I put.
Name, then website placement, left sidebar, right sidebar,
okay,
top,
right
bottom.
sidebar, and then underscore top, right? Just like that.
ATF, above the fold.
ATF, okay.
So you don't have to put top.
Okay. This is located on the right hand sidebar above the fold. Okay. And now, so once again, I'm down to this fixed size, and I want to use, do you recall what size this ad is here?
That looks to be probably a 300 by 250.
Okay, so I'll click 300 by 250.
Yeah, and once you start typing it in, it will give you the options below.
Now, I notice it has 300 by 600 half-page ad. That's a pretty big ad, isn't it?
Yes, it's bigger than, it's just a little over twice the size of the medium rectangle.
Okay, well,
most advertisers use the 300 by 250. On occasion, you'll get one that uses a larger size, and Google AdSense, I think, will fill any size.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and include it as 300 by 600 because my sidebar here, will handle a 300 by 600. So I'm going to go ahead and include that in down there. Now, I just leave everything the same. Now, do I have to put an AdSense code in here, or do they just automatically do that for me?
When this will cover for AdSense, but if you do have a particular code or you want to put your code in, that will be done later when you do the orders.
Okay, so they automatically...
First, you're just collecting the space itself.
Okay, just to verify, they automatically put the AdSense code in here when I click Save, correct?
Well, it's prepared for an AdSense code. You have to generate a tag to cover that space.
Okay. All right, now I have to create one more, and I'm unsure where to put it. Do you have any suggestions for me?
Popular spots are the leaderboard, which is the top. They do a wide one at the top. You'll see it's 728 by 90. It kind of shows above your page.
Like right in here? Like you see where this Indian has just make a spot for an ad up here?
Above that, yeah.
Okay.
You can place it anywhere in your page.
Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll put it up there. What, a 790 by 60? Let me do a new ad unit.
728.
Okay, so this will be on Maximus McCullough. Top.
Placement. And size.
Say that again.
You want the site.
Okay.
Then the placement. Like
okay.
you put top, or some people put header, and then you put the size.
Which is?
728 by 90.
Okay, now I think I forgot to put that in the last one.
These can be edited. Or you can just create a new one in the
okay. Letterboard they call it. And then I'll just go down here and click Save again, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that I have all of them, what do I do next? Since I have my 3 ad units that I want to use at MaximusMcCullough.com, what do I do next?
Once you've created the places for your ads to go in, which is your ad units, then you want to create the creatives for them. In a lot of companies, where you put their information in is where you see orders at the top.
Okay.
And you create new order.
Okay.
If you're ever not sure, you can check your inventory at that point, and view what spots you have available so you know who you can use.
Now, I should just call this maybe AdSense then, since it's all AdSense ads?
You can call this AdSense.
Okay.
And then under the advertisers, you'll see Google AdSense. A lot of people just put in a new one. If you ever have a new one, it'll say new advertiser, and you click and type in the new one.
Okay, now should I put something under labels here, like AdSense ads or something?
That's not necessary. You don't need to do that.
Okay, so what is this new line item? What do I put here?
Now the line item is kind of part of the order. So what you want to do is create, a lot of people use their ad unit name to match up.
Okay, so Maximus McCullough, right?
Correct. Underscore. We'll do the left sidebar, so LSB.
Okay.
Underscore. And I believe that one was 160 by 600.
Okay. All right, then what do I do next?
The next box down is where you'll put the size.
So I put the size in again then, huh?
Correct.
Okay, 160 by
This
6.
specifies us what fits in that.
Okay. And then should I put a label on there?
Most of the people I work with, they don't use the labels at all. Comments are only used if you have a lot of ads, if you want to keep track of it, but it's not necessary.
What does this mean, allow some advertiser exception?
I'm not really sure.
Okay. It says select this if you want the line item and other line items for this advertiser to be able to appear on the same page together. Okay, so that's what that is. All right, so going down to settings, what do I select for type?
Okay, if you click on the drop down, network is mostly what you will use.
Okay.
Sponsorship is like for a paid ad placement. House is like for your own. Price priority, of course, if you want to give people ability to rate over the cost per click.
Okay, so what do I want for mine?
You want network.
Okay, and what's this number 12 here?
I'm not sure what that is.
12 months possibly. Okay, so start time, end time, I don't really want it to end, right?
You'll put start immediately.
Oh, immediately, okay.
Yeah, that way, or if you don't want it to show up, this is say you want to only run a certain ad for 1 month. You
Okay.
put when you want it to start, when you want it to end.
Okay.
Now, if you want it indefinite, when you first set this up, start with immediately, so it'll be available as soon as you're done.
Okay.
Then when you click on the calendar spot by end time,
Okay.
you'll see unlimited.
Okay.
That's what you want to use, unless you have to stop an ad by a certain time, or if it only has a lot of space.
Okay, now this under this goal 100%, what does that mean? 100% of remaining impressions.
You'll just leave that as 100% of remaining impressions. That only comes into effect when you're using a single ad spot and you want to allow this person 20%, and you want to allow this advertiser maybe 50% of the monthly goal for your amount of time that you have. Like, say if you're running an ad for 1 month, you want to give this person this percentage, that person that percentage, so you keep track of how long and how many impressions you allow each of your advertisers to have.
Okay, so now under rate here, what do I choose for this box? I notice it says CPM is cost per 1,000 impressions, CPC is cost per click, CPD is cost per day. What should I select? CPM, CPC?
Usually you'll just leave this spot alone.
Okay,
because you're putting in a general ad that runs unlimited, it will compete as it goes.
Okay. Now, if I want to adjust the delivery, what's this about here? Display creatives, one or more. What does that mean?
Usually it's left on one or more and optimized.
So this will show more than one
That's
ad.
correct.
What's that again?
It'll allow the ad to change.
Oh, okay. And then what about rotate creatives? Evenly optimized, widgeted, or sequential?
Like I was talking about with the percentage above,
Okay.
to where you have this person gets this many, that person gets that many. Let's say you want them to spread out evenly, and once somebody's time runs out, then the other one just covers the rest.
Oh, I see.
Then you put evenly.
Okay. So,
Optimize will give you the best one at any given time.
okay. And then day and time, all days and times, what does this mean?
Let's say you have an advertiser that you get the most money from people clicking on their ads in the morning, because it's something that people are looking for more in the morning time. Their clients and customers usually you'll want to give them the best time of day that they're making you the most money, and let somebody else take the other time when they're not making you any money.
Okay. And what about
Usually this is left all days and times.
and frequency?
That's the cap that we talked about earlier. If you have to limit, or if you want to say somebody's like visiting your site 100 times, then you have a special ad that is from a single advertiser, and they don't want to see that same ad all the time. So you would let them see it a certain number of times a day.
Oh, okay, I see. Now, what about this ad targeting? What's this about?
The targeting preset I haven't really used. Now down below is where you're going to be looking. See the inventory, custom criteria, geography, devices, connection.
Okay.
Now on inventory, you remember you created ad units.
Okay.
If you click on the word ad units in the box, it will open up and show you how many are available for that size.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's say you want this to show up on any site, any place that has that size of an ad.
Okay.
Then you would click include for each one that you want this advertiser to go to.
Okay. Alrighty, I did it. I put it in there. What do I do next?
Okay, now if you look back to those things on the left that we were talking about, the criteria, the geography.
Okay. All right. What do I do now?
Now what these are is if you want to usually most of my clients just leave these alone.
Okay.
Because they'll allow the advertisements that they have to go to any of their visitors.
Okay.
If you have a specific ad that is like for a business that only wants people in their area to see their ad, you could use geography.
Oh,
to
I see.
specify where the people are. So it's because if you live in Florida, you don't want to look at a restaurant who's located in California.
Correct. Okay, I see.
So you could specify only the people in my area.
And then devices would be like, different browsers and languages.
Different browsers, cell phones, operating systems if somebody's on, different things.
And this connection, is that the speed or?
That's like, say somebody's on a cell phone, you want it to only go to cell phone users, you would go to mobile carrier.
Ah, I see.
You want specific domains, you got domains, bandwidth. This just limits who gets to see your ads.
Very interesting. And then delivery forecast, what's that?
I haven't used that very much. It just kind of gives you an idea of maybe how many people might see it.
Okay. So do I click this save or save and what?
Now you have several options here. There's save if you just want to save it right now, but you don't, because you don't have a creative ready. You save, and some people create new line items. Generally, most often, I do save and upload creatives if I'm ready to put the code in.
So I got two other line items to include in this code. So I'm going to click Save and New Line Item, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
you just have to remember to add creatives to make the ad go live.
okay, well, for the sake of time, let me pause this video here, and we'll go ahead and create them other two line items that I need done, and then we'll be right back and show them how to put it in their website, huh?
Very good.